This is the third and final part of the three-part video series showing us receiving the second dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, and will also explain any side effects that we experienced after the second dose. As explained in the second part video, both my wife and I got our Pfizer first dose vaccination on April 12th. My second dose vaccination appointment was secured for May 3rd, but as explained in part 2 video, since my wife got her first dose vaccination one day ahead of schedule due to vaccine availability, we were mildly concerned about how her second dose appointment would turn out, but decided to wait it out. A few days before my second dose appointment, I got an email reminder for the second dose. Then we logged into the Walgreens website and went to the coronavirus vaccine scheduling section as already shown in part 2 video, hoping to schedule the second dose vaccine for my wife. But the system asked us to log in the day before we want to schedule our second dose vaccine. We also saw that the vaccine slots were widely available. So the day before I was scheduled for my second dose, we again logged into the Walgreens website and were easily able to schedule the second dose coronavirus vaccine appointment for my wife for May 3rd, just 5 minutes after my second dose appointment time. We were very happy about this. Then on May 3rd, we drove to the Walgreens pharmacy in Woodward Avenue and arrived about 10 minutes early. We walked into the store with our face masks on and went to the pharmacy and explained our appointments. We also had our COVID-19 vaccination record card from the first dose with us. Please remember to take this with you so that the card can be updated with the second dose information. The pharmacist had our paperwork ready and we had to again fill in the vaccination consent form at the pharmacy. This was not mentioned in any email reminders, but it was an easy form, especially after having done it for the first vaccine dose. One thing to mention is have your primary physician's correct full name, phone number and address readily available, since that is one of the questions asked on the form, so that your vaccination record can be properly sent to them. Once the consent form was filled out, which only took a few minutes, the pharmacist gave us our vaccination receipts and asked us to wait. There was at least one other customer getting the COVID-19 vaccine. In a few minutes, the pharmacist emerged with 2 new vaccine syringes and she had her mask and face shield on. The pharmacist asked for my COVID-19 vaccination record card. She entered the second dose vaccination information and gave the card back to me. Then she applied sanitizer to her hands and put on gloves. Then she swabbed the area on my upper arm to be vaccinated and gave me the vaccine and then applied the plaster bandage. She then asked me to stay for observation for about 15 minutes. Then it was my wife's turn for the second dose vaccine, which pretty much followed the same sequence as my vaccination. She also had her COVID-19 vaccination record card updated. Then we waited for about 15 minutes, thanked the pharmacist and left the Walgreens store. It took us about 35 minutes from the time we parked our car in the Walgreens parking lot till we got back to our car. This time included filling in the paperwork, both of us getting vaccination, and the required 15 minutes of wait time. The other thing to mention was the receipt we got. Just like for the first vaccine dose, the receipt showed that the retail price of the vaccine is $2.59, which was covered by our insurance. The Walgreens vaccination consent form has a place to mention if you do not have insurance, just for COVID-19, which makes me believe that you can still get the vaccination even if you do not have insurance. The entire time we were in the store, everyone, including store employees and customers, were wearing masks and were appropriately socially distanced. The vaccine waiting area and observation waiting area, both are the same in our case, had few chairs and they were also appropriately socially distanced. Also, several times in the 35 minutes or so we were there, the public address system reminded of mask wearing, social distancing, etc. So we felt safe and overall we were happy and did not have any complaints. Also, this time there was a steady flow of people to get their COVID-19 vaccine, which was not the case when we got our first vaccine dose. The vaccine appointments were full and people were also following their schedules to the point when there was a walk-in for the COVID-19 vaccine, the pharmacist checked and did not have a spare left and told that person to schedule via the Walgreens website for the next available vaccination appointment slot. Now we will describe our side effects after the second dose Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, which is the reason we waited for almost 2 weeks before posting this video. I will explain my side effects and then my wife will explain hers. I had minimal side effects after the second dose and they were similar or maybe even slightly better than the first dose. The night of the vaccination, while I did sleep the entire night, I woke up a few times in the middle of night but went right back to sleep. And this is not normal for me, but this was about the same as with the first dose. The next morning, I had very mild muscle soreness in the vaccinated arm. The soreness increased a little bit as the day went on, but I was still able to carry on my daily activities. The day after, there was a mild constipation, and while the muscle soreness did subside, it was still there. The third day, mild constipation and the very light muscle ache continued. The fourth day, all symptoms fully cleared up. So overall, the side effects were minimal for me and I was able to do all my normal activities. Now, my wife will explain her side effects.
Hi there. The side effects for me from the second dose Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine were more severe than my first dose. The night of the vaccination, I had disturbed sleep. The next day, I felt very nauseous and had severe headache and chills. I had to take Tylenol more than once and was in bed most of the day. Also, I had muscle soreness in the vaccinated arm. Then, after some light dinner and more Tylenol, went back to bed. This night I slept little better and the next morning I started to feel little better also. But still there was some nausea, muscle soreness, mild headache and constipation. Things slowly got better as the day went on and towards evening I felt a lot better. I did not have to take Tylenol anymore. Then I also slept much better that entire night. And on the third day, most of the symptoms were cleared up, even though some mild constipation and mild muscle soreness continued. Then on the fourth day, pretty much all the side effects were gone. So, overall, my side effects after the second dose Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine were more severe than with my first dose. And I am glad to get over that.
This concludes part 3 and the final part of this 3-part video series, and we hope this video along with part 1 and part 2 videos helps someone out there still thinking about getting their COVID-19 vaccination to know the COVID-19 vaccination process from start to finish, thereby helping to reduce the anxiety associated with it. Together, we can do our small part to hopefully help bring normalcy back to our lives and communities. Thanks again for watching, and please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell feature so that you will not miss out our future videos. In the meantime, goodbye and stay safe and healthy.